Well, it's Sunday the 11th of December. This is episode 2244 of 301 Permanently Moved.online, a personal podcast 301 seconds in length, written, recorded and edited by me at the JMO. The end of the year is rushing ever closer. Attempting to avoid the inevitable, for me, the run up to Christmas always becomes a time for self-reflection. I look back at all the things I did and didn't achieve, which is why, probably, I'm in such a bad mood for most of December. I get all of my disappointment and woe is me self-flagellation out of the way. This year, my advice to myself is that I should not wait until January to make New Year's resolutions. The optimism that comes with a new calendar year is unfounded and interferes with critical thinking. So the direction of travel for the next year must be identified amidst the reflection on the current one. Meditating on the vast ocean of my wasted time that I sailed over this year, a sentence blossomed from inside of me while sat on the meditation mat this week. Step away from noise. It's Cohen-like, almost. It may take years or even a lifetime to understand a universal fragment like this, but let me attempt an initial unpacking. The world is a loud and chaotic place. We are bombarded by noise from all sides, a constant stream of notifications from our phones, information and advertising, the never-ending chatter of our own thoughts and inner conflicts. You could name all this noise mental clutter, all the thoughts, the emotions and distractions that arise in the mind. Noise interferes with our ability to focus and think clearly. Worry, stress, anxiety, fear, doubt, racing thoughts, mental chatter or self-criticism. Step away from them. Noise could also mean literal, loud and distracting noises. Leaf blowers are noisy, impact drivers, scaffolding, construction, builders, doors slamming, plates dropping. If you are having a conversation in the kitchen and someone turns on the blender, you step out of the room. Or stop speaking for the duration of the noise, like waiting for a plane to fly over when recording. The blender analogy breaks down when referring to social media, however. You can step away, but you can't stop speaking. Saying anything on social media makes you complicit in the operation of the very machine that you find noisy. But what else could be meant by noise? Have you ever been so absorbed in something that you haven't realised someone was speaking to you? Like a teacher from Peanuts, the words are just modulated frequencies. Noise. Then, all in an instant, a strange thing happens. You realise that someone was speaking. The words snap into focus. The sound of that person's voice goes from meaningless noise to words. Perhaps to step away from noise means to make movement towards meaning. Alternatively, perhaps that things are meaningless can be made meaningful by stepping away from them. I've recently been reading more of the writings of R. Murray Schafer and Pauline Oliveros. Deep listening, sonic awareness, and sound culture both speak of the need to be present in the moment and the need to see or hear things through to their conclusion. Which raises another question. What is a moment and how long does it take to reach its conclusion? Moments exist in both clock and plot time. Have you ever sat down at a piano and played a loud chord with the sustain pedal held down? This is a moment. The chord sounds out. The wires vibrate. The individual notes blend and merge. Frequencies shift and evolve. Overtones appear and disappear as the vibrations of the wires succumb to entropy. Is what happens after the sounding of a chord on a piano just noise? This potential harmonic dance is almost always ended early by the application of the damper. So eager are we to move on to the next musical idea. I've been thinking about my dream, doing and done spiel from the other month. I wonder now if doing of the work is also a process of bearing witness to the dream. Maybe stepping away from noise means to sit with the consequences of one's actions. That ideas must be fully expressed and taken to their conclusion before you can move on. I began the year with the fear of finding out. An episode about my hopes for the year. I spoke about my chronic procrastination and the long-term personal crisis of my own making. It was a show about all the things that I wanted to create and make in 2022. I wanted to actually do all the things that needed doing. So to bookmark the year, I asked myself the same question I did in January. Am I the person that I believe myself to be? The honest answer, I must admit, is I do not know. That universal fragment is an idea that is yet to be fully resolved or fully expressed to its ultimate conclusion. Perhaps, I wonder now, if the answer can be found by the sort of person who believes that they must navigate by intuition, acting upon the things that arise inside of them, the sort of person who bears witness to his dreams, the person who moves towards things that are meaningful. Does this mean having less dreams or more? The person who finds out next year will be the one who steps away from noise. Because when the universe tells you to do something, You do it.